Alright, we're going to continue talking and working with exponents. Now we're going to look at when we have to divide. Alright, so if we look to simplify these, looking at part A, we have 15 to the 4th divided by 15 squared. So if we write that out expanded, we have 15 times 15 times 15 times 15 all in the numerator. The denominator, we have 15 times 15. Now if we were to simplify this, anything that's in the numerator that's the same as the denominator we can cancel out or make a 1. So we have 15 over 15, that gives us 1. 15 over 15, that gives us 1. And look at what remains. Okay, so if we look at that, we have just 15 squared. Right, looking at part B, we have 4 squared times 4 to the 3rd over 4 to the 4th. If we write this out in expanded form, we have 4 times 4 is part of it, and then we have 4 times 4 times 4, and then in the denominator we've got 4 multiplied by itself 4 times. If we look to simplify this, we can cross off anything that's the same on top and bottom. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, 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 and look at what remains. We have just that. So our solution when we simplify this is just 4 or 4 to the 1st. Looking at part C here, in the numerator we've got n to the 5th. That means we've got n times n times n times n times n all over n multiplied by itself 3 times. And if we look to simplify this, n divided by n is 1, n divided by n is 1, n divided by n is 1. Look at what remains. We have just n squared, so or 2n times n. So here we are with that simplified. Alright, looking at part D here, if we expand this out, in the numerator we have a squared, so that's a times a. We have b cubed, so that's b times b times b. In the denominator we have a divided by b. So if we look to simplify this, cross off anything that is the same in the numerator and the denominator. So a divided by a is 1, b divided by b is 1, and then we look at what still is there. We have a b squared. Alright, so if we simplify these expressions, looking at part A here, we have 3 halves raised to the 3rd power. That means that we take whatever's inside the parentheses and multiply it by itself 3 times since it's raised to the 3rd power. So it looks something like this. We take 3 halves times 3 halves times 3 halves. And when you do that, you have 3 times 3 times 3 on top, and we got 2 times 2 times 2 on the bottom. So that gives us 27 eighths. For part B, we're raising everything to the 2nd power. That means we multiply everything inside the parentheses by itself twice. So we have 2r over 3t times 2r fix that real quick. Over 3t. So when you do that, we have on top we've got 2r times 2r over 3t times 3t, and that gives us 4r squared over 9t squared. Looking at part C here, we're raising everything to the 3rd power, so we're taking everything inside the parentheses and multiplying it by itself 3 times. So we've got 4m squared n over 2m multiplied by itself multiplied by itself. Okay. If we look at the Alright, so if we look inside the parentheses, I'm just going to write them in expanded form. So this means we have 4m times m over n, or over 2m I mean, And again, we have 4m times n over 2m. And then we have it again, 4m times n over 2m. And if we simplify each of those inside, well, 4 divided by 2, that simplifies to 2 over 1. M divided by m is 1. Over here, same thing in all of them. Okay, so this last one here, 4 divided by 2, that's the same as 2 over 1. M divided by m is 1. And if we look at what we got in each of these here, we've got 2mn inside each set of parentheses. So if we multiply all the things that are similar together, we have 2 times 2 times 2 times m times m times m times n times n times n. That gets you 8, gets you m to the third, and that gets you n to the third. There's our final.